The arena lights flickered, casting long, trembling shadows across the circular battleground carved into the heart of the Zyrako's war station. Thousands of alien eyes glowed like embers from the stands, all waiting for one thing: the defeat of the human dot, because no human had ever won a sanctioned combat trial. And tonight's challenger wasn't just anyone. She was the Crimson Daughter, Ecliptix, champion of 9 stars, breaker of warlords, the Zyrako's deadliest weapon, and the human facing her, Commander Elias Ward, scarred veteran of the Terran Vanguard, the man who had survived 7 planetary sieges and a collapsed moon. He never asked for this fight, but fate allied with alien politics didn't care. The moment he stepped into the arena, the crowd hissed, jeered, and chanted in Zyrakian tones that only meant one thing: kill the human. Elias tightened the straps of his gauntlets. "All right," he murmured under his breath. "Let's get this over with." The first blow Ecliptix entered like a living storm-tall, crimson-skinned eyes burning with gold fury. Her armor was minimal, ceremonial, and yet looked more dangerous than any full suit Elias had ever faced. She tilted her head, her voice a melodic snarl. "So, this is the species that thinks it belongs in our galaxy." Elias cracked his neck. "We don't think we belong. We just survive anything long enough to become impossible to ignore." A ripple of laughter echoed through the alien crowd, mocking, amused, superior. Ecliptix's smile sharpened. "Then survive me." She vanished. Elias barely blocked the first strike. A wave of force slammed him sideways, skidding him across the stone. The Zyrakos roared, their serrated voices rising in triumph. "She's fast," he muttered, standing. Blood trickled from his lip. Another blow. Another shockwave. His ribs screamed. His vision swam. Ecliptix walked calmly toward him, every step confident. "You humans are fragile. Why resist the truth?" Elias spat blood. "Because resisting is what we do best." The turning point. For 10 minutes she hammered him speed, strength, technique far beyond human limits. Energy crackled from her strikes, erupting sparks when her fists met his guard. Elias's arms shook violently. His breathing turned sharp, uneven, but he stayed standing. That irritated her. "Break," she commanded. Swinging a brutal kick, he caught her leg. Her eyes widened. Humans weren't supposed to react fast enough to touch her let alone counter. Elias grinned, despite gasping for air. "You hit hard, but you're predictable." He pulled. She stumbled. He drove a punch into her ribs, 1, 2, 3 shockwaves running up his arm as if hitting stone. Ecliptix snarled. Pushing him away, the audience erupted in disbelief. A human dared strike their champion. Elias took a shaky breath. Round 2. Ecliptix's smile was gone. Then she attacked seriously. This time her speed doubled. Her blows became blurs. Elias blocked what he could, but he also learned something. She didn't like being touched. She didn't like being challenged. And most importantly, she was slowing down. Not by much, but enough humans excelled at one thing above all: endurance through suffering. And Elias had suffered more than most. The impossible Mo-Tishi tried to end it with a spinning strike that created a sonic boom. The shockwave shattered the arena tiles. Elias ducked under it, barely. He surged upward, full weight behind a rising elbow. Crack. Lie. Rix. A staggered. A line of dark, shimmering alien blood traced down her jaw. The stadium fell silent, because Lyrics of Elshin had never bled in a sanctioned match. Not once, not in her entire reign. Her golden eyes widened, not with rage, but with something stranger. Respect, double quotes, you. Surprised me. Elias, panting, raised his fists again. I'm full of surprises. You won't survive my next form. Try me, asterisk, he thought. She launched herself at him with a roar. And for a moment Elias thought the world turned upside down. He felt bones crack, saw stars explode in his vision. His knees buckled, but in the chaos he spotted a weakness. Every time she used a high-energy burst, her stance shifted half an inch to the left, to stabilize herself. A flaw born from power, not technique. He exploited it. He faked left she, took the bait. He pivoted right she, overextended. She struck air, he struck her jaw. The aliens screamed in disbelief. Lyrixa stumbled back, and Elias seized the chance, diving into her guard, hammering blow after blow into the weak point near her ribs, where the armor wasn't reinforced. She collapsed to one knee. The stadium froze. Elias stood over her bruised, barely upright, but victorious. He exhaled, trembling. It's over. Silence. Then she laughed, low, dark, thrilling. Elias felt the hair rise on his neck. Lyrixa rose slowly, her lips curling. A line of blood dripped down her chin, and she smiled. A terrifying, wild grin filled with fury and admiration. You thought, she whispered, that you won. Ilias stepped back. She stood fully now, energy igniting around her like a crimson star, but human. She said softly, you only awakened me. Blood in her SMI, her aura flared, cracking the ground. Elias's heart dropped. He had pushed her into a state no alien opponent had ever forced her into. A warrior trance. A death state. A form meant only for battles that shook galaxies. You should run, she said gently. But I know you won't. Elias wiped blood from his eyes. Damn right. She charged. He didn't see her move, just felt the impact. His vision darkened. His lungs strained for air. His knees shook. But he didn't fall. He locked eyes with her as she held him by the collar of his armor. Why? She whispered. Why do you keep standing? He grinned through the pain. Because someone has to make you work for your wins. Her expression faltered. No fear. No weakness. Just human stubbornness. And it shook her. My people, she said quietly, do not understand you. Her voice softened. But I think I'm beginning to. She let him go. The audience gasped, Lyrixa, turned to the Zyrako's officials and declared, this fight is over. Not because he defeated me, but because he earned my respect. She pointed at Elias, blood still glistening at her smile, and no warrior in any starsphere will ever call humans weak again. Asterisk epilogue. A new Alliance Iolus woke in the medbay. His body patched together. Lyrixa sat beside him. Regal, a small bandage across her cheek. You fought well. Human, you too, he groaned. Next time, try not to break half my bones. She chuckled. Next time, perhaps we fight together. He blinked. Together. She nodded. For there are greater battles coming, and I want the human who stands after every fall, standing with me. Elias smiled. Deal. And somewhere in the galaxy, the legend began. the human who made the Crimson Daughter bleed and smile. Asterisk.